From the outside, the Brixton Mosque doesn't look like a religious centre. It's made up of two ordinary townhouses in a street just off the main shopping area. It's right at the centre of one of Britain's most ethnically diverse areas, in a district with a volatile past. Not many years ago there were serious riots in Brixton, and the area has a long history of poverty, deprivation and a reputation for street crime. Abdul Anderson is a trustee at the Brixton Mosque.
The mosque as a building in this particular place was inaugurated in the 80s. In the early 90s there was a big influx of Muslims coming particularly to this mosque. Because the mosque has been going for quite a while now, lots of children who were maybe born, for example, born in the 80s to parents who were converts, they're now adults and part of the congregation. We don't say they're converts because their parents were Muslims anyway. So we've got a lot of those second generation and some third generation. About 40% convert, and then you would say 60% those people who were born Muslim. So it's a really broad range from all places in the world.
Some mosques, they do have sort of kind of elaborate decorations and sort of chandeliers and really kind of exaggerated designs and decorations and so on and so forth. But really, a mosque doesn't have to really look in a particular way. In fact, some mosques obviously they differ in terms of their design in different parts of the Muslim world. So, for example, a mosque in Malaysia is obviously going to have a more Oriental kind of feel and flavour to it, and a mosque in Timbuktu, for example, as well. They have in Mali they have a particular kind of West African, very unique design of mosque as well. But so mosques don't have to really have this kind of dome and a minaret and so on and so forth. So mosques actually differ in terms of their design and their structure. Yeah.
The mosque is self-financed and self-governing, and although the elected leaders have specific roles, when there are jobs to do, everyone gets involved.
Get everything which is old out from there, put it for here for now until we take to the new site, getting that clear so that we can move the new office furniture in. So now it's just getting down to it really.
A storeroom at the mosque is being cleared out for a new office. A project is being set up to help Muslims in prison. It's a real fear that extremists could be targeting young Muslims in custody and grooming them for suicide missions. Shoe bomber Richard Reed spent time in jail, so Brixton Muslims want to identify vulnerable prisoners and offer them friendship and guidance.
And it's to help resettle Muslim prisoners when they come out of prison, and we'll be helping them with things like housing, if they have housing needs, or employment needs, or educational needs, and we'll be assisting them with those needs. If we can help them with any issues or problems that they might have on the outside, we'll try to help them with that. So when they come out of prison, there's some kind of community there for them, and it's a kind of program that we're trying to be much more focused on.
At Luton, there's a similar and now well-established program.
September the 11th and 7/7 was just another catalyst to make us, wake up and say, get on with your work. You got to work more now, because their evil has spread even more. And these people have this criminal background. They're more receptive to the ideas that are being taught by these corrupt preachers. So much wrong preaching from these people, and we've really been active trying to make the people understand that this is a wrong understanding and a distorted, corrupt understanding of Islam. They justify things like, you'll have nightmares when I tell you some of the things, but basically stealing, robbing, armed robbery, banks, bring down the government in any fashion you think is right. And so because of their backgrounds, they tend to fall into this.
The people are so diverse, but of the biggest challenges here is concerning trying to give the people a sense of direction regarding their social and their religious life.
From when I was in secondary school, for example, one of the things that I liked to do was to listen to rap, MC, R&B, garage.
Sidi Mohammed from the Brixton Mosque was born into a Muslim family, but in his teens rejected the way of life.
I used to cut my eyebrows, for example, because it was a trend. And I used to wear my jeans very baggy. And I'd pull it down. A hoodie has to be there, of course. I would have to have the bling bling, as they said. But then I started to think about certain serious questions. For example, what is my purpose in life? Because I understood even at that age that everything had a purpose. It wasn't until I read the Quran, then I discovered the verse 52, Surah Al-Dhariyat, where Allah says, وَمَا